This is Snow, Drew W. Should, aka Sunrad, aka Frozen Sunrad. I want to clear up some stuff. I want to clear up some stuff that's really important. Uh, uh, there's a large part of my life that hasn't been accounted for, that nobody knows about, that is a mystery. People are always wondering, how do I know this and how do I know that? How can I possibly know um, that a reptilian can run um, 8 blocks at 36 miles an hour? Or I mean, there's numerous things people are trying to figure out. How can I possibly know this information? Um, be, because people know this stuff to be true. I mean, people they're associated with. I know I've been seeing a lot of information, and people are trying to figure out, how do I know all this information? I'm gonna give you folks a lot of gems today. So bear with me. This is gonna be a good moment for you folks. It's gonna be, know, you don't even have to really do anything. Me telling you this information I'm about ready to tell you, it is gonna unlock stuff in you that's it's gonna be crucial for. It's gonna give you advantages. It's gonna make you better. It's gonna uplift you. I yesterday morning I had a girl text me a lot of stuff, and I realized she was trying to play mind games, and I knew her game all along. I knew what she was all about. I knew who she was associated with. She doesn't realize, I'm one of the brilliant minds. I'm one of the best minds on the planet, and she can't. She was trying really hard to fool me, and she was talking about. She asked me, what kind of autism do I have? What kind of schizophrenia do I have? I was rolling my eyes, because I knew her games. I knew she was trying to, get under my skin, and she was trying to be my greatest teacher. She was trying to teach me unconditional love, and she was trying to teach me forgiveness. And one of the questions she asked is, why do you get so upset when I mention autism? Well, I'm gonna tell you right now why I get upset when people call people, slow and stupid, and when some people say that somebody has autism, or their Asperger's or whatever. By the way, I don't have any of that. I don't. That's not my mo. That's not never been my condition. I get upset because I've been around these people all my life. I've been closely close with a lot of these people. For one thing, my brother's mentally challenged. He's in a group home. He has to be in a group home his whole life, for mentally challenged people. I'm a big supporter of their Special Olympics. I used to go to Special Olympics all the time to show my support. I donate to the Special Olympics. I used to help take care of a girl who had autism. I have friends now who I'm really close to, who are, a lot of people would say they're mentally challenged, um, but I don't look at them that way. I have the highest love. I have unconditional love for them. You know, a lot of people see me go around with certain people that people think they're slow, or they're not the smartest. Well, I'd rather be around those people than around you people. The people that are thinking they're all smart and everything. Because those people, they have pureness in the heart. Let me tell you a story. When I was helping take care of a girl with autism, and she was in middle school, and she used to get lunch money from her mother, and she used to go to school, and then the kids would trick her and take her lunch money. That they would promise her something special the next day, and if they can give her lunch money to them. And these kids were so, brutal to this girl with autism, and this. Sorry, I'm having little troubles here. I'm having troubles. I'm getting emotional because I mean it puts a fire in my heart. The girl didn't understand why they were doing this. She had no understanding of trickery. She had no understanding of darkness. She had no understanding of evil. She had no understanding that they were tricking her. She all she understood was, she doesn't understand why this never happened. And there was times where she waited 3 weeks for this thing, for what they promised to happen, and she just didn't understand. And I mean, that broke my heart. I'm crying. I normally don't cry, but I'm crying right now because it was hard. It was hard for me to for her, and you know it. I had to explain to her that they were confused and that they didn't understand themselves either. That's the best I could come up with. I didn't want to tell I couldn't tell her that they're evil because she didn't understand that stuff. She didn't understand evil and darkness. That's why I get upset when people call somebody stupid when they mention autism and this stuff because that's no joking matter. That's not something you can just say out of fun, and using the R word about people that really ticks me off. And here's something that's more groundbreaking. You know, as people know, I'm one of the grand advisors for one of the most powerful groups on the planet, if not the most powerful group on the planet. That means a lot of our groups, get paid a lot of money. No joke. There's many of our members of our group. They get paid $9 a minute. $9 a minute. That they make bank. They advise some of the most important people on this planet. They advise politicians. You name it. They advise. There's a lot of people that come to them for advice. Guess who they come to for advice? They come to somebody like one of the grand advisors, which is one like me, and I produce for them. I produce major stuff. I've had legendary Senate masters come to me and ask me, sometimes spend 3 hours how for me to explain, figure things out for them and do things for them. I'm one of the greatest minds on the planet. And then let me tell you something shocking. When I was 9 years old, I did not know how to read. I did not know basic math. I literally did not know how to read anything. Um, I was in western Nebraska, and the teacher asked me to read something several times, and I did not understand um, I didn't understand what that meant. Um, and so it wasn't too long till they figured out I didn't know how to read. I didn't know how to write. I didn't know I didn't know basic math. So I get a special tutor. It took me 3 years to learn how to read. 3 years to learn how to read. From 9 years old all the way up to 12 years old, I had to get I had to get special tutored for hours on end by high school students and college students to learn how to read, to learn how to do basic math, to learn how to do the basic stuff. I want to show you something special. Uh, I moved here to Lincoln when I was about 12, 13, and one of the first things I did when I first learned how to read. Let's see if I can get it out. No, this is something very valuable to me, and this is if you're 21 or 21 years or younger, this card is older than you. This is my first ever library card. I got it when I first moved here to Lincoln, and I first learned how to read, fully read. I went to the library. I went to the Bennett Library, and I got a library card, and I've had a hunger for learning. Over for a long time now. I've been studying nonstop. Like I've cleared almost 1,500 books. Um, I countless magazines. Uh, I've read countless stuff. I mean, I've been hooked on this learning thing for a long, I over 5,000 magazines I've cleared. I've cleared over 1,000 books. I go through, no joke. Sometimes I can go through anywhere from 9 to 12 books a day if I really try hard. Just the other day I went through 3 books, and tonight I'm probably gonna clear like 3 or 4 books. You know, and just imagine I didn't learn how to fully read until I was 12 years old, and I was the only person in my class at 9 years old that absolutely didn't know how to read or basic anything. And look, and I'm one of the I'm one of the greatest minds on the planet. And like Buddha says, because Buddha's one of my favorite ascended masters. If not my favorite ascended master. I'm actually Buddha's favorite. Buddha's favorite animal is the rat, and Buddha has a lot of love for me. Actually, Buddha has a special name for me. Buddha calls me the Grand White Snow Rat. The reason why they call me Snow Rat is because I'm Pierre, and my Chinese sign is a rat. I'm actually a wood rat in the Chinese sign, which Buddha's the one who developed the astrology, and Buddha's favorite animal is a rat. But Buddha has a special name for me, the Grand White Snow Rat, which I think is pretty special. And Buddha teaches something very special that I will never forget. Buddha says that don't listen to him, don't listen to anybody. Listen to your reason. Listen to what makes sense to you. If something doesn't make sense, if it doesn't add up, don't believe it. You don't have to believe it. The reason why a lot of people take stock in what I have to say is because it makes sense. It's understandable. It's realistic. It's true. It has reason. It makes sense. And a lot of information that I get, I double check. I triple check. I follow Buddha's wisdom. If it doesn't make sense, then it probably isn't good information. It probably isn't the right information. Remember, if it's negative, if it's hurtful, or if it causes any kind of bad emotion, toxic thing, it's probably bad information. So that's just a little gem for you folks. I don't normally share stuff like that with folks. This is Snow Drew W Show, aka Snow Rat, aka Frozen Star Rat. Thank you, and have a blessed night and sleep with the angels. I'll try to push out some more content here soon.